Hey gamers, I'm Mark and you're watching Keller Creative Games. Pokemon Go came out a few months ago and was an instant sensation, and since then a lot of people have stopped playing. But recent and upcoming promotions and updates such as making candy quicker to collect and adding new Pokemon might bring back a lot of the users, not to mention the recent release of Pokemon Sun and Moon on the 3DS. So, people are always wondering and trying to find the very best places to catch them all in their areas, and that's what we're here to talk about today. I chatted with some Pokemon Go experts about the very best places in my beautiful home city of Minneapolis and its sister city, St. Paul, to find Pokemon. Then went out and tried them out for myself. The results were both awesome and surprising. Keep watching as I share the very best places to play, the advantages and disadvantages of each location, and finally reveal the Twin Cities' #1 place to play Pokemon Go. If you're from out of town, the one you've probably heard most about is the Mall of America, both for Pokemon Go and in general. Whether what you've heard is justified or not is a mixed bag. America's largest shopping mall does offer a good layout of walking around to hatch eggs and earn candy with plenty of Pokestops. Since it's all indoors, it makes it great for hot summer days and cold winters, and it's the only location that we are covering today that offers free Wi-Fi. The general Pokemon selection here is pretty average, but this is strengthened by the occasional very rare Pokemon appearance by the likes of Polygons and Laprases. If you want to do more besides Pokemon, MOA of course offers a myriad shopping, food, and other entertainment such as an indoor amusement park and an aquarium. If gyms are your thing, the mall is not for you, as there are only 3 within. Also be warned that you'll be limited to the hours of operation, and during peak shopping times you may find the crowds and parking to be overwhelming. If Pokestops are your thing, or you need to farm for any items, Victory Memorial Drive is your jam. The park is easily accessible and hosts an elongated layout perfect for walking back and forth playing. There are a few gyms, but not enough to warrant going here just for battling, and you generally won't find any uncommon Pokemon here either. Remember to watch where you're going, as there's traffic going through the middle of the park and alongside it as well. This is a good time for me to mention, please do not ever play Pokemon Go while driving. It's illegal, it's dangerous, it's obnoxious, and additionally, you're responsible for giving yourself, other players, and the game itself a bad reputation. Downtown Minneapolis enjoys a large variety of Pokemon with many Pokestops and gyms densely filling a large area. The most action seems to be between North 2nd Avenue and 3rd Avenue South, and 3rd Street South and South 9th Street, respectively. I've had pretty good luck at IDS Tower near the Ziggurat Gym and also around the Westin Hotel. Some Pokemon I've been seeing a lot of recently downtown include Abras, Mankeys, Fairy and Ghost type Pokemon, Water type Pokemon, Magnemites. The variety here is really incredible. As far as things to do besides playing Go, there is a ton of places to eat and great entertainment. If it's nice out, get some grub from the food trucks on Hennepin Avenue. The Skyway system in Minneapolis is like a huge mall connecting most of the buildings in the area, which works great for staying out of extreme weather and avoiding traffic. But if you're unfamiliar with it, be prepared that it can be very maze-like for neophytes. The same goes for accessing the area and parking. It can be very stressful and expensive. If you want non-stop Pokemon Go play without having to run around, head to Purgatory Creek Park. It's a great little park and very scenic, overlooking a small lake, and there are some restaurants nearby. But the location is pretty far in the southwest part of the metro, so it's not the most accessible for everyone. If it's a nice day out, you'll see a ton of people stationed here with their fold-out chairs playing, and the reason behind this is simply that this is a great place to catch Pokemon. There's an area by the monuments where you can access 6 Pokestops from a single location. If there are other people playing, they will have lures set on all 6 of these Pokestops and the Pokemon will be coming non-stop. You'll see Squirtles, Dratinis, Poliwags, Magikarp, Slowpokes, Kabutos. It really has a nice variety of Pokemon. You'll only find 2 gyms in the vicinity though, and like any place outdoors, weather may stymie your ability to play. Another area that gets a lot of hype is downtown St. Paul, and for good reason. Here, there is one specific area where you can reach several Pokestops from one location, and that is Rice Park. You'll often find players camping out here playing, similar to Purgatory Creek Park. There's a good food and entertainment scene here, just like Minneapolis. They also have their own version of a skyway, but it's also less robust. Even the access and parking is similarly difficult. There's a similar variety of Pokemon here to downtown Minneapolis, but the density of Pokestops and gyms is less. I did seem to notice more occurrences here of Geodudes, Machops, and other fighting Pokemon, and Meowths. That's right. One last thing I should mention about the downtowns is the potential exposure to peddlers or, in rare circumstances, crime. The skyways are closed overnight as well, so for these reasons I don't recommend playing here at night. Finally, I checked out the University of Minnesota campus. It has a fun atmosphere with lots of people out, places to eat, and some good entertainment to be found. It just so happens that we were there during the Gopher homecoming football game, which amplified the atmosphere, but I can see this being a fun place to check out any time of year. Like the downtowns, it's not ideal as far as access goes, and it doesn't have nice weather-controlled skyways, but the question is the Pokemon play here any good? The answer? Yes. Although I didn't notice any specific areas that were of note, there's a healthy number of gyms and Pokestops generally around campus. As for Pokemon variety, it's strong here as well, similar to the downtown areas. I did notice a few specific, less common Pokemon, such as Dragonite, Electabuzz, and Magmar, but that's not to say that this is necessarily a common occurrence. So, in the end, it's really a matter of opinion and depends on what aspects are most important to you, and also on the weather. But you're here to know what's the very best place to play, and it really comes down to two: Purgatory Creek Park and downtown Minneapolis. Bang for your buck, the best place to play Pokemon Go in the Twin Cities. Number one, Purgatory Creek Park. You can play non-stop here without having to run around. You can access 5 or 6 Pokestops from that one spot. The Pokemon here aren't as varied as some of the other locations, but the ones you do find, like Gyarados, Kabuto, Dratinis, are really high quality. You're just going to have a really good time playing here. Downtown Minneapolis does come in a close second, though. You can play indoors here. It's a much better option if the weather is poor or if it's a cold winter day. It has a lot of other things to do besides play Pokemon Go as well. So, what do you think? Do you agree with Purgatory Creek Park is the best place to play? Did we miss any great spots in the Twin Cities? Or maybe there's some other cities that are great to play in? Let me know down in the comments. And for all things video games, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.